Tech is certainly glitchy today. It just took about 8 seconds to start. That was weird. I changed the backdrop a little bit. I'm sitting on my sunning chair, and little twippity flippy with twirly florals like to hang out up here in the evening. Maybe they'll stop by in the morning. I'm not usually doing a video this early out here like this, so hanging out with the cat. Oh my arigato, Mr. Migato, 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 kitty kitty meow meow. He's back here twirling around. You gonna say hi, kitty kitty meow meow? He said, I'm not in the mood. I'm doing my own stuff. I'm not in the mood. Anyway, I was just listening to Lucas. What's it? Lucas. I always say, oh no, this is Mike Palmer, Be As You Are. Poisoner. Mike Poisoner, Be As You Are. You know, that's how I kind of. Oh, did I say my name's Marge? Welcome to my tube. I'm a Hilka, I'm an empath, and I like to do these little daily talks, just to, you know, it's my take on things. You know, it's kind of a esoteric. What do you call it? There's hair everywhere. Esoteric forecast, because I study a lot of stuff. I go to a lot of places, resources. I was thinking about going down to the library, but it's the weekend. It might be super busy. I don't like going where a bunch of people are. People are freaking aren't rad as a collective. I like small groups, you know, but I don't know. I'd like to say I'm a people person, and I'm just not. People are just people. I don't really care more about stuff than other people. I care about other people. I care about stories and experiences. And have you been here? I've been here. Oh, where have you know, where are you from? Oh, I've been there. I ate at this great restaurant there. And connecting, you know, of expanding the grid on the map, points of connections of like-minded. Because people don't have to look. That's the thing. People don't have to look the same to have the same interests, to like the same food, to, you know. I gotta tell you, I've been having a hard time with my astrology, because it's like I want to live simply, but I like doing things that other people deem costly, you know, like cost a lot of money. You know, there's things, experiences I want to have. So I've had to be creative, and it's always been like that for me, you know. People always said, oh, you can't do that. You can't do this for some reason or another, and I've always found ways to get things done that I've wanted to do. And just like, I mean, I could go for a walk at a park. In a park, one time I was going for a walk taking pictures, and I saw someone I knew. I ended up going on a boat ride in the lake. Yeah. Another time, went down to visit someone. This is right after, you know, this is back when the Lost Boys came out. Yeah, the airplane, he took us flying around. And it was cloudy, and we were coming back in Santa Cruz, where that movie was made. It was around the same time it came out. So it was cool to beat the fog back in, you know, using my imagination, because I was like a lost boy, you know. So that's what we do. We're just supposed to be using our imaginations all the time and creating things. And I think about the world. The world, you know, it just kind of got stopped. It just kind of got, it just came to a point, and it just stopped. And then all this capitalism and greed just kept growing and growing and growing. While the world was supposed to be this fruitful, glorious, you know, place where everybody can have everything they need and want and hope and desire, you know, but you're not supposed to harm other people. That's how you get there. That's the first rule of thumb. You can't get all the kingdoms into heaven and all the things that you want by taking from other people. No, it's not how it's done. You get it by giving of yourself, you know. I live my heart on my sleeve. I just, you know, that's why that song was important to me. Come as you are, because I had freaking, you know, if people are going to be scoundrelly and cheat and lie and be all insecure and freaking act one way because you feel small inside, yeah, I'm mocking you, because it's up to you to stand up and be who you are. To be the spark that you have the potential to be. Ain't nobody else going to do it for you. I was 4 years old. Everybody thought I was because I had a speech impediment, you know, and I just did things different. I taught myself how to ride a bicycle when I was 4 years old. How many 4-year-olds do you know that ride bikes even, you know? And not only did I freaking, because I was learning, I had gotten a bike. Not only did I freaking look, not want those baby freaking training wheels on my bicycle, I went into the garage and got a wrench and took them off myself, you know? 4-year-old. I look at 4-year-olds now and they barely can wipe their own tuchus. You know, mommy and daddy do everything for kids these days. They always have, you know. They always have. There's one. I saw him. Always have. My mom and dad didn't do everything for me. No. It probably put me in better standing, but, you know, I don't tolerate a lot of stuff, so I'm like, you know, and I don't have a lot of common interests that a lot of the same people do. So anything pro sports, I'm out. Anything politic related, I'm out. That shit ain't real. I'm tired of you people making freaking, you know, saying that you're gonna help stuff in the spirit, you know, and all you're doing is giving yourself more pay. Why any government official deems himself important enough to make 6 figures, fuck you. Yeah, I'm there. That's where I'm at. You know, anyone, I mean, I was looking for, I don't want to work for the city and the state because they all pay themselves too much and it's not fair. It's not fair that you put so much into your pockets while you're taking from so many else. And I don't give a crap about elections because none of it's real, because there's fraud. And once you interject, you know, how many people, it's all nonsense. It's all nonsense. I'm sick of people freaking not living as human beings. I mean, I'm sick of people living as human beings and not using their spirit. Does that mean you don't have one? So if I were to ask you, what is your spirit? What is your spirit say, dedicate, you know, what is it dedicated to? Paying taxes, tax returns. Oh, I'm so tired because all my kids have freaking so many activities. Tell them no. Tell them to get there themselves. No, no. Who's going to take care of these people's kids when we're gone? Because they don't know how to take care of themselves. I saw this freaking high-speed chase in New York and Los Angeles. You know, people see shit on TV and act it out and then don't even realize the consequences of what they're doing. It's just, people are programmable, you know. They are. And contingent on what they see and what they're looking at, you know, and you take all their art from their schools away and you take all their creative stuff, you know, and you only let this group go to these schools because this world ain't even worth living in anymore, you know? It's not fun. I'm an Aries and I hate living the same thing every day, having the same experiences over and over and over. And I just sit and I watch and I see these freaking tools day in and day out. These freaking these people that are just empty, hollow shells of a human being living versions of lives that, why the fuck do you get to live that, you know? What did you do that was so great? You're a man, you have a penis, you know? It just cracks me up. All, you know, just the disconnect and everything, and people are just gonna let it happen, you know, because they're blanket. You walk into an office and say, hey, why don't you forfeit your pay? Why don't you bring the cost down and make, you know, stop making people set the cost. That is what is so stupid, is that everything that costs so high, somebody with a tiny ego says, I think that this is how much this is worth, you know. It's freaking maddening. And it's not. That's the thing. It's like all this stuff isn't even worth it. Worth it. Life ain't even worth living, man. I ain't suicidal. I ain't never been suicidal, but shit. I can freaking get by anything one day at a time. You know? It's the people that freaking don't realize that their lives don't have to be just this, you know? I'm going to keep trying to get myself out of it, but I don't really feel like I'm met with a whole lot of, you know, niceness from the world. I'm not met with a whole lot of receptivity. I'm not met with a whole lot of other spiritualists willing and wanting to collaborate with me. I have the freaking power of telekinesis, you know. Other people, I could read tarot cards if I wanted. There's just better stuff for me to do. You know, I'd rather come out and learn from nature, you know. Reading the same character. God, my head would explode freaking doing the same thing over and over and over and over, you know? That's why I hated corporate America. I did it because I had to. Then I got to a place, fuck it, I'll just live poor. As long as I don't have to deal with those fuck faces anymore, dealing with these freaking people half my intellect, you know, half my intelligence, freaking, and I make half of them while they freaking run around on corporate executive credit cards and get the best parking spots and stuff like that. It's the imbalance in the world. I, I started to lead a thought back about, um, but it's the astrology that is making people change. It is. It's making people change. And they're like, what? I don't want to do this. I don't want to be like this. I want to be selfish and stingy and blah, 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 blah. You know, and they're starting to become more generous and their hearts are starting to open up because there's more catastrophe happening all over the place. You know, you can't freaking walk out there. I would be so scared to be a parent right now. So I don't, but I don't have kids, you know? I don't have kids. Because I don't freaking want them. You know? So, I don't know. I always thought it was fair when I was terribly unfair that single people have to pay so much in taxes for other people's children, you know? I mean, it's like, I like kids, but frankly, as a whole, it's not my responsibility to care about all the children on the earth, you know? I have my elderly mother. I care about her and I look after her. Look at all the people that don't give a crap about elderly people, you know? It's not my storyline. I just stick to storylines that pertain to me, and anything false and, you know, where it matters more about external ego, all that stuff, that ain't real to me. That ain't real to me. So I think I'm gonna go find a creek bed to walk up today. Equals, let's see, it's pretty, it's purpley colors, but that's all I got for today. Rant over. Hope you have a rad day. Peace.